Lauren Boebert wasn't happy at all at the latest Republican debate when she was asked about her X-rated PDA at the theatrical performance of Beetlejuice. So she ended up snapping at the moderator. It's a reporter named Kyle Clark from 9 News, blaming him for putting what she considers a very private moment on display. She said, "I'm apologizing for you, Kyle Clark, getting footage and releasing that. People seeing this in a very private moment. You were saying how disgusting it is to record someone without their knowledge, and you did that very same thing in releasing the footage." Well, no, he didn't. He didn't tape it. It was surveillance footage of the place. He released it. It's an issue. You can have an issue with it, but he didn't tape someone without their consent or whatever. More important though, it was a very private moment in public. That makes it, Congresswoman, a very public moment, actually. That's the difference between public and private. One happens in public, one happens in private. And when doing certain things like groping people, you should know which of those two moments you're currently having.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you.
Before I get to more criticism of Boebert, which is coming, I do want to say I'm not totally disagreeing with the spirit of her anger, okay? Because I have said from the very beginning, of all of the reasons to have an issue with Lauren Boebert, this one ranks pretty low for me. Look, and I'm not saying that it has to for you. There is hypocrisy in the way that she hyper focuses on, like, what she considers perverted sexual mores on the left, and then she's doing this sort of thing in public, or she's saying we need to shut down drag shows because they do this stuff in public, and meanwhile she's groping someone's crotch where kids could see. I get the hypocrisy, I totally do. I would say though, to the extent that I am angered by this whole situation at the Beetlejuice, it's not about the groping. It's honestly about the other stuff, and I want to turn to that right now. So she goes on to lie about taking responsibility for the incident at the debate. She says, "I certainly have owned up to my night out in Denver, and I've gone on that public apology tour, and I'm grateful for the mercy and grace that have been shown, but I'm not gonna continue to live life in shame and continue to be beat up by this. I don't believe there was disrespect. I believe things were taken out of context. It's been reported that I flipped someone off, and I did not. So I think that's been mischaracterized." Which is a bold claim, or I'll say lie, to make in that debate, because we already know that you flipped people off. Here is the shot. It was on tape. Okay, and this bothers me way more than the groping. The groping is a personal thing. It's her and some dude or whatever, and he was even a Democrat, so go blue. But this is her acting out, causing a scene, and when the regular everyday workers at this theater, just trying to do their job, have to escort her out, she's giving them the middle finger. You're the bad guy. They're just doing their job, and you are disrespecting them. They're possibly your constituents, and you're telling them to F off when you're the one making a scene. And the idea that she owned up to the night, the stuff she posted was like this: "It's true, I did thoroughly enjoy the amazing Beetlejuice, and I plead guilty to laughing and singing out loud. Everyone should go see it if you get the chance this week, and please let me know how it ends." Look, that's a little bit self-deprecating. I don't even mind that part. But that's not an apology tour. When have you ever apologized for anything? And to be clear, they're still lying about other aspects too. So her campaign manager says that she was escorted out, but he disputed the allegations of what actually happened. He said, "I can confirm the stunning and salacious rumors. In her personal time, Congresswoman Lauren Boebert is indeed a supporter of the performing arts, and to the dismay of a select few, enthusiastically enjoyed a weekend performance of Beetlejuice." Sexton denied that Boebert was vaping during Beetlejuice, saying that heavy fog machines and electronic cigarettes were used during the show, so there might have been a misunderstanding from someone sitting near her. Okay, but they were caught on video. She was vaping. She was 100% vaping. There was no fog machine that was causing it. And then she put out this thing saying, "I genuinely did not recall vaping that evening." This was right after it. What are you talking about? You don't remember? When I discussed the night's events with my campaign team while confirming my enthusiasm for the musical. Again, I don't care whether you liked the musical. I cared whether you were breaking the rules. She said, "It was not my or my campaign's intention to mislead, but we do understand the nature of how this looks." And I want you to remember, the groping is one thing, the flipping off is another. None of that is the worst thing. The worst thing was the vaping, not objectively because she's vaping or even that she's lying about it. When she says we understand the nature of how this looks, do you remember what actually happened? On tape, She was asked by the woman sitting behind her to stop vaping. And she said no and kept vaping. That woman was pregnant. By the way, she was totally in the right. You're not allowed to vape. So it would be bad enough if anyone asked you to stop vaping. But you're telling one of your constituents, a pregnant woman, to go F herself, basically. Yeah, I understand how bad that looks. That is way worse than the groping. It's worse than the middle finger because it paints an accurate picture of who she is as a person. When she was escorted out and she's saying, do you know who I am? She is, do you know how I am in human form? She thinks she is such hot stuff because she's a congresswoman. I can get away with it whatever I want. I can tell people to F off. You can't smoke. I can smoke in here. I can do whatever I want. And she didn't take responsibility. She fled her district as a result of that. She went and ran in a different place because she knew it would be tough here. No, responsibility would be actually apologizing in general and to the specific pregnant woman that you were messing with at that time, and then actually trying to win the support of your constituents, not fleeing to an easier district. She doesn't take responsibility for anything. And so do I think that people should be bringing up the hand stuff for the rest of her career? No, I don't think that that's necessary. But she should definitely not live this down until she actually takes responsibility. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.